Yeah, I mean, for T1,
it's an
obviously
excret
the operator's on the
chamber, but
right?
honestly,
So, yeah,
they
can
have a
really
good
focus on the
amount of
raise. Now that
util
they're
to push him off.
honed in on the raise,
Right?
the
We
fade
can
coming back
dog,
also makes sense. You can clear out a bit more with the prowlers
flash,
as well.
we can
On the
stun,
side of Bleed,
flash
they
as
are
well.
looking
Like,
for fights
they
with
got
that
the
proposition.
util to push
I
this
like the
chamber
fade.
off all the
I like
angles.
the raise a little bit more too. I mean, just having the mobility to dive in. Paint shell so useful in blocking out information or just to deny a bit of space, especially if people want to execute off of rock, for example, on A. It's always such an explosive composition. We can't wait to see
Waiting
what
for the
happens.
text balls, yeah.
Now I am really excited going
get
to this second map. We started with a breezy Bermuda Triangle, and we're gonna go to India's mountains in Lotus. Over to our casters, Paper Thin and Achilles.
No chamber on Yay. Yeah, I thought this might happen.
Thank you very much, guys, at the desk for breaking down all of the action.
It's only
from,
2 maps, though,
very
but we'll see.
elongated Map 1. But here we are on Lotus. T1's map pick, a map that they have looked good on in the past, as well as over at the AVL. And we don't
In terms of the
quite get
comps,
that big matchup that we were
somehow I'm
hoping
saying that
for
I prefer the
in
no
Yay
flash
versus
comp.
Excurate on the chamber, but
If I take away
this can
the
happen.
Omen flash, obviously.
We
but
do. We get the Excurate Chamber, which was certainly a sight to behold at the AVL. So very exciting to see that.
I just
Some
love.
changes here, though.
I just
Carpe
think the
on
Viper
fade
got such a buff on
the
this
sky
map
changes,
with the
feeling
changes
like that's a
that I
little
think
bit
the
more
people
comfortable
going
for
to double initiator
out of
are
there
maybe
before
messing up a
Excurate
bit. I
has
think they're
to dodge
overthinking the
paint shell.
changes.
Getting away from that one, but I mean, worth noting it. We were checking as soon as we had seen the agent select.
This
and
was
as we
nice.
discovered, Yay,
So
I mean, 2
they
career
put the
firsts
nade in
for
and they
here
kind of
today.
make it look like they're taking
Yay
over
was the
towards
first
A
time on
control,
Neon,
even
the
though they're
first
not.
time
And then they had 2 bits of
on
info
Sky
to
as
play
well,
off
and an
of.
official match for Yay. So really, again, something we were talking about earlier, Achilles, is how we're really impressed with the way that Yay is like working with this team, playing selflessly, fitting in where he needs to. Ego is back on his natural role of controller on that Killjoy. And of course, Izu as well, switching off the Astra to the
If you're about the chamber buy, fine with it.
So,
On a pistol, I think it's fine.
Flash out to try to catch somebody pushing forward here.
If they can play, if they can play a whole game of breeze, no trip, then
up.
for 1 pistol round, they'll be
That
alright
comes in
with
from
no
T1.
trip.
Looks like Saya looking to maybe apply some pressure over here at C, or at least scout things out here. Well, Rossi's just been steadily inching forward over towards the A site.
And not a lot of utility in the hands of Bleed left.
It feels like they're gonna wait this out. Let Carpe. Yeah, he clears out that turret,
30
forces
seconds
smoke rather out
This
of
is good
Scary.
though. One person,
have any
fake
available
pressure over
to reach him,
towards C.
Shot
As we
goes
can
his way,
see,
the
A
orb
was
comes down. That should
always
tell
weak
Bleed all
with the
they
fake
need to
pressure
know.
that they did over towards A. So
Start
they
their
chose the right
rotations
side
over
for this.
towards
We're gonna
the
have to
A
have a 5v5
Still got a little
retake.
bit of extra utility in the back pocket
Oh.
here.
Not quite caught as he was sliding down Darren, able to find that kill on the point. Not going to be deep
Oh.
enough to actually catch
Extra
him.
kill, we get nade back as well.
So now it's just going to be chilling out at drop.
Now there goes all that util.
Corner peeking, not wide enough to spot Carpe here. Now joined by Crazy Guy, who's going to take the first fight. The first bullet to the face. Taken down. Paranoia now crashing across, managing to get that blind out on the 2 as Saya player plays up into the poison orb. And Carpe is just going absolutely crazy.
Damn, Carpe got
The man
4 on
comes up
sight.
with a 4K.
Give me this
Still standing
replay.
at the end of it all. And that's going to be the first pistol round win here for T1.
Sounded nice.
And this is something that Carpe does so well with pistols is click on heads. And I know that sounds kind of basic to say, but he's really good at it. I mean, think of all the times we've seen him with a Guardian or a Sheriff, in this case a Ghost, and he's just popping people. I mean, he's
Not
so
bad.
steady-handed.
Can't tell you where the pistols have been going for the first map. It was a century ago.
Absolutely take over. And not speaking of Guardians, there he goes. He swaps
We've got
into
1, 2, 3,
Excurate,
4
go
people
for the
over
Vandal.
towards here.
Shot fault line, everything just chucked out here. Excurate pushing up, finding one. Managing to get the second down, able to get off
I
that
mean,
orb and get out of sight.
He got the orb at
Carpe
least.
now pushing forward. Does he anticipate?
If we're looking for any kind of positive, he
Yay
got the
behind the
orb
box.
and Yay at least gets baited in pretty heavy.
Oh,
Oi.
the answer's going to be yes. Sends out the C's. Looks for the
That's
spray,
nice.
Trying to take him down. Has the
Almost
negator, but
nice.
One set of bullets, has to back away. Jump up over the helmet box. And Yay
How
will be
on
able to find
earth
it.
is he
Taking it out
getting
with
a
the
kill
classic.
there?
That's relatively all that he's going to be able to get. Carpe does get tagged down to 39. With the wraparound here, Ego is coming in from behind. Maybe they can get the jump, but okay, yeah, it does get spotted. Paranoia hit, tries to swing out. They tuck in behind rubble. Door now tapped. Scary, taking a bit of damage, answering some back. Still managing to stay alive. They're going to try to flush him out, and they will be able to do so right as Ego also dies off
I
screen.
mean, they did good on the
T1
eco. They got an
losing out on a
orb.
couple players,
They got
taking a
2
bit of
kills.
damage,
We
but
get
they
1
close out
armor
the
rebuy.
anti-eco.
Not too bad at
I
all.
mean, it's just really impressive that Ye is able to find that kill there. He's really just dead to rights behind that box, excuse me, but
The backs.
the backs.
Bastard.
We've been here for a little while.
That's the most succinct thing you could say to explain anything that happens for the rest of the evening.
That's true. I'm gonna dip in. Yeah, I'm gonna be dipping into that well. No, like really, it's good movement. He's just really cagey with it.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, it's a bonus. We get the op out, so I'm not sure we can call it a bonus. Getting some Chinese Valorant vibes from this.
So just going to be using those rifles to clear out.
Especially on attack. Definitely teams do it a little bit more on
Avoiding that
defense,
fault
but
lines, the smoke is going to be coming down.
it's pretty common in
You can see they
China.
were making sure that if anybody pushed through mid, that they had reinforcements there. Make sure it was covered. Now
Bleed
shift
for
back
sure right
over
now,
towards
getting
the
A
C site.
control
All that KJ util
all the time, but
be
it's
in
one
the
of the
way.
things that
Turret there,
the breach is
laying off
like
the contact of that to pop
good at.
the nanos and the other things, but Saya is going to use this opportunity to sneak in the door. But you got a couple members ready to go. That breach util too.
Yep. Yay. Catching a glimpse, but catching a connection there. Bob trying to see if there's going to be an alarm bottle around the
I like how
corner.
they
Another
played
smoke
this
gonna be
though,
coming
right?
through.
They clear over towards C, they set the
Also a
op
very
up, then
good
they
job of
open door, just
cycling
trying to
this out
make
of Scary.
any kind of peek over towards here.
Paint shells will clear.
Trying to give the op a
utility,
chance.
so we're gonna
We
see
go back
that.
over towards A.
Yeah,
Raze
tucked
has a
into the
lot to
backside
do.
there. Actually, both nanos
Raze has a lot to
used
do.
for that water side of the C site. Once again, working their way over.
Yeah,
and all the
sick molly.
timing is just absolutely gorgeous. Kill gonna be found. Carpe is like, okay, I don't need the veil. Gives up on the opportunity to pick it up. After missing it the first time. Yay now trying to take that first fight. Spots it, but Izu somehow pivots and gets the headshot. The Guardian taking him down. And Izu claims another. 10 seconds
Now what?
remaining. Spike
Save?
being planted, but
Yeah,
five
you
members
kind of got to
strong.
save, but
Bleed
you
has to
also
scatter to
you're
the
also
hills.
giving them this much money.
This is just
What a
so well
awful,
handled.
awful
I mean,
start.
T1
Can't get much worse than
yeah,
this.
They read the positioning of Darion so well, clean him out, and then Izu just rolls into the site with the Guardian and just runs him over. And you have to, it Bleed's already leaning back towards this site to
Yeah,
help
I mean, they
Darion.
hit shots.
After that toxic screen and the poison cloud come up with the amount of time that was left on the clock, it wasn't a lot. They knew that this was pretty likely to be an A, potentially go through baby door towards B, but shift over in that direction.
Carpe's on the hunt. Swing out of the corner. Oh, puts the gun away right as
Okay,
he
that-
rounds the corner.
honestly,
Seems like he didn't
that's
expect
big.
him to be over here at
If
all.
I'm
The connector.
T1 here, I don't hunt.
Where one's at, so yeah, they go jumping forward. And, oh, down very low on HP. Weapon picked up. Scary wants this kill, and he will be able to find it. So a 3K built up for him in the round, but
Hey,
still
if I'm T1 there, I'll
smiles
let them have
on the
it.
side of T1 as they continue to rack up the wins.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm pretty sure I said this earlier. That T1,
Who knows?
that T1 won 75% of their Lotuses in all of VCT, including internationals, including here in Pacific, in official VCT matches on Lotus. So
This
it-
after
really-
Skyknife?
really
Yeah.
The scary part is,
As
and I'm not
argument.
talking about that, the guy on
Yeah.
the game. I'm talking about, you know,
Right, like we said, rough start. We get double
is that
stinger coming out,
they're
couple of
better on
armors.
the defender side.
We got the Odin on attack already. Again, Lotus is like the Ascent version 2. The Odin is outrageous on this map.
With that Sheriff, will be able to put one down. Rotates around up towards drop. Gets himself situated on the site. Baby door broken open. Carpe wary about a push out here. Given the weaponry, I mean, it would just be suicide from Crazy Guy to move out. Stinger at that range.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not going to go well for
3
him.
question marks
Especially
once they
versus
get over
this.
towards here as well. They
And I
cut
think
sounds
here
to
is
make sure there's actual
T1,
question marks have
you'd
some
like to keep
pressure
them at
as to
arm's
where they
length,
can
right?
be.
Like, you know on
But
the
as we
Zico,
can
they're
see,
gonna
we
be
got info, so they
for
don't need to worry
those
about that.
close
So they can
range
kind of
weapons.
stick heavy over towards A.
Rather, I'd be totally fine with a pivot
They
towards C
might
here. Just
start
get
hunting
out, try a different
because they
area,
might try and get info here.
and they'd be
Because obviously,
right to do so.
just a
They seem
retake,
to
but
have
I
a
think they
pretty
can
good
hold
read on
strong.
this, at least looking for lurks as well. You know, you have to expect that someone is maybe going to be going for that backstab to maybe at least
Yeah, they kind of
claim
need to get a
gun
kill.
or something out of the hands of T1.
30
But
seconds
the
left.
economy's so good for them already. Achilleos, like, they've already got an Odin, they've already got an Op. I mean, this is really clean.
Yeah. Kill found. Egoist now
Timing on
starting to
that?
think
Oh,
this is
man,
going
did
to
they
end up
spot him?
being The C site, but as the turret gets cleared, he'll realize that he was a little bit closer to the action than he might have originally anticipated. Corner plant coming
10
down,
seconds
fight to
left.
prevent the push out.
Spike planted.
T1 will be able to get away with that plant scot-free.
How do I like
Well, see,
reach on this map?
Enzo's not here. He can't hurt you with the Odin. You don't need to be running this.
It's the problem with not the problem with the breach. Like breach on paper, it's good on this map. Like it's good on this map. But a lot of the time you have to get rid of like a Viper, and I think you lose too much. Because obviously you can't run it solo because you don't have a drone, and then you're just randomly stunning and you're just wasting util. You got to body check stuff and you don't get pure info. So the issue is you gotta put it side by side with the Viper.
Get ready to go down to the spike, especially after that warning fire coming through. T1 will make their exit as they pick up yet another round win.
And what I'm really liking about the way that T1 has been approaching this, especially Rossi, I mean, I'm really impressed with the way he's using his util. We saw it earlier to clear Darion. This time around, he's using the snake bites.
In your ranked games, yeah, your ranked game's fine. No one in ranked, no one punishes you for having like no drone.
One other angle, and that's towards Baby Door. And
so you're kind of fine.
It's really good, like methodical stuff here, making sure that all their bases are covered.
Anything works in ranked.
And even better, coming
not
into
Essence,
this round
the 2
now,
months, thank you, thank
you're
you.
one away from a showstopper for Saya players, so you can put that.
Okay, now we finally get a full buy-in. We got the op out on the raise.
So cool about this comp that T1 runs with their players.
And that is over towards C. Where the hell did this flash go?
On this team. And you can funnel things around.
I like this though. Eye in the corner that obviously they have to go aggro to break it, so you get early info.
Now you've got the big boy guns in the hands of Bleed as well.
And I think this way is good. They segment this. They go 1, 2, and they know that the person over to... Wait, he walked through that?
We'll be able to find him. It's going to be Spike drop. They're just trying to push up into the smoke. Ends up getting taken down. TP into the corner. Crazy guy deciding to back away from that angle. Made down low on HP, but now it's just Xcurrent and Izu. Last one standing. Xcurrent honed in on this position. So smoke comes in, trying to creep up.
They really tried to disrespect him on a big buy round.
Hold on the plant, the aftershock, and it will interrupt that. He actually could have stayed for it.
Oh.
Doesn't, decides to pull off.
17 HP on site.
Plant once more. There he is in heaven. Xcurrent puts some good damage down, but cannot.
Okay, nicely done. Weird call from T1. I'll be honest, weird call. Just a straight up contact, like risks over towards A here. I do still like how they kind of segment and do a little default over towards here, because I feel like
yeah, a lot of
putting the eye in the corner, taking this first bit of map control, having your wall up, and then dropping the wall, and you can spam the box over towards here. Like, I think it's a good way of just taking over towards A. But this call was...
You get some big kills. Yay, right.
It was very puggy.
Let's see if Bleed can stabilize a little bit here. Still plenty of money in the bank for T1.
Like the risk on this was just too high for me, but
once again, still the showstopper, even though Saya died early. Rolling Thunder though, Seekers in the back pocket. And you never know with Scary and his ult what can happen, but it's gonna be tricky now as Darion, an operator, gonna be watching towards Mound. No contest. So everybody, including the Killjoy util, gonna be over towards the A site. T1 uses Toxic Screen. Try to clear a little bit of extra space. Might have cleared one of the Nano Swarms.
On the opposite side of the wall. Saya, showstopper at the ready.
okay, this is a nice, at least nice from Bleed. We take over towards C, we get so much early info. We got turret.
Here for T1.
They can use util off, alarm bot aggro that they haven't discovered yet.
No one willing to peek out. Trailblazer will go through. And that could be somewhat problematic and will get cleared out. So, Izu's position still going to remain a secret.
Now going to be leaning in towards the B site. Showstopper on the other side. Opening the
Time is so low. Fake over towards A. Smoke goes in. Flash goes out. Razel looking over towards here. Dude, the turrets, they're just following the Seekers. They pop the Seekers in the corner. All 3 Seekers goes towards B, and they're just following them. There's 3 here. Man, this fell apart fast. Ult to pick up the spike, though. Kind of nice. Recovery's incredible. I can't believe they made this winnable. Not even winnable. They're actually in good positions.
Over the top, catches one. Ye gonna be taken down.
Oh.
Tap onto the door, manages to escape, but he doesn't know Egoist's position. Rossi certainly does. Takes him down now, a 3v3. Op still in the hands here of Darion. One away from his own showstopper. If he can find the opening kill, that
Izu deserves an absolute medal for this round.
Scoops up
This
the
is
Odin.
all him.
Put it right back down.
Okay, first of all,
T1.
on
Looked like that was
bleed,
completely spiraling out of control for them, but they managed to find stability.
yeah,
I'm saying
on bleed the
some,
Seekers
like,
was everything,
interesting
right? The
things out of
Seekers was
T1,
so
like,
good, especially with the timing, and then they just all went and just
like
followed it
to
over
absorb
towards B.
utility sometimes with these ops, like,
But then they got
you
kind
know that,
of,
like, a
I mean, the
flash or
instant
something is
decision
coming,
making
but they're
to
still gonna
ult and then go
challenge
over
that
towards A
angle.
once they realized there were
That
3
rolling
people
thunder
here.
comes
Comms
through
are pretty
now, Exterior
good.
able to
And yeah,
dodge
I'm
it,
telling you,
but
this is
still
all
willing to
easy. Good
challenge
positioning
B.
from
They
him here,
push
but
out, they
getting the
ride it.
ult into
The
hitting
rolling
over
thunder
towards
out,
A,
immediately
safe
pivot
plant,
back towards A.
was nice from him.
Izu there
He's a
quick
really
with
good
the
player.
TP to get
Izu.
over,
He
get
looked good in the
plant down with
off-season.
little
He's looking
time
good here as
remaining.
well.
And then they just set up some really good positions to just shut
You just
down,
got here. Why did the game start so late? Oh,
any
man.
hope they have of that
It's
retake.
been,
So they're really on
it's been an
point, kind of
adventure,
understanding the
I
movement
guess is what we'll call it.
that Bleed is trying to get away with. And I'm going to reiterate this, but you have to imagine that every round that slips away from Bleed here on this defender side is scarier and scarier because T1 generally on this map so good on the defender side.
Sure.
GE Zeta is now on the 18th of Feb.
Here in Pacific.
It's 3
Lotus is a
p.m.
better sided map. When you play it here in Asia, at least it has been, obviously, with the recent changes.
What is it, chat? What is that in
very
UK
well
time?
changed
Is that
during
like
this
6?
season. Time will tell in that regard, but
6
this
a.m.?
is a very
it
strong
earlier?
starting for the side of
5
T1.
a.m.?
And I mean, we're seeing a complete inversion of what happened on map 1. That
It's a
was
6?
Bleed at 5-1.
Okay, thank you so much.
The timeout gets called going into round 7. T1 start to rally back.
Who's the Bleed coach? Ligia.
6
He's like a...
Bleed do the same. They still have two
He's
ultimates
honestly
coming into this
pretty much a
round.
veteran in
Egoist,
CS.
though,
He's been around for a
not
long
putting up
time.
nearly as many
Player
kills
then
off
coach.
the rip here. He's still lagging behind when it comes down to getting that lockdown.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And only one away from a pit is Rossi. Some more problems, potentially. You have the rocket from Darion, but already still able to keep the big guns in hand. Excurate on that op once again. This time going to be watching.
Okay, they take a
over the mount.
timeout and they decide to
Just
force
Egoist
into
over
this,
here.
but
You
the
do have
person
a little
taking
bit of
the
backup
stinger
from
isn't
Crazy
the
Guy with
person
breach
with
until
Razor.
They're a little bit more focused towards B, but with this heavy push out towards the front of A.
So Crazy Guy's just taking a hit here,
Decent
but I guess he's just using his util, so in
Bleed.
theory
See
he's
how they want to play
has
off.
the best chance of picking up a gun from somewhere else.
Turret. Nano going to be cleared. Alarm bot's still set up inside B. EA currently positioned there in the dip.
Bleed go aggro over towards A. A lot of info.
If anybody's actually working their way through that door.
Similar, they do this
Towards
default
A,
all the
Carpe
time
and
though,
Rossi
right?
moving in
CB
that direction
default,
where
make sure that they set up
they end
over
up
towards C
moving
first, they
forward.
get the op, and then they go over
Paranoia
towards
from
B, open the
Scary
door,
into a
try and
showstopper from
pressure
Darion
this
could
guy
end
over
up being
towards C to
catastrophic
face.
here for T1.
They play real slow with it, but that's kind of what you want to see with an attack op. It was like this was like my biggest pet peeve with Navi when CNED bought an attack op, right, where they just wouldn't give him time. Someone's dead within the first 20, 30. This is nice. They're giving him up until like 40 seconds to find, and then when he doesn't find a kill, doesn't find a pick, then they just make a call. You would get wrecked a little bit if you played like this consistently and people had demos on you, but first time you're seeing it, this will work fine.
Folks dropped in, Nano going to be popped. Fault line slows them up, and again, T1 running low on time. They have to be able to get this spike planted.
10 seconds left.
Back of water. Plant now coming down as Izu gets himself into a forward position, tucked up into the corner. Side player just answering back with a little bit of spray, and now the pit gets invested.
Don't think this is a good pit, but should be okay. Problem is they can spam it a lot.
Inside the pit. Eventually will be flushed though.
Yeah,
Scary
and
spraying away,
there comes the
manages to find
spams.
kills. Carpe tries to lurk forward.
This guy should
Shorty
get
in
killed
hand.
here.
Take down any of these low decayed members on the side of Bleed. For now, they're skirting around the side of it though. Excurate not ready for the double swing to come through off the backside. Darion going down. They give themselves a chance. Carpe, however,
What a god's play.
Comes up with two.
What a god's play. That is insane. Again, yeah, so the Viper ult kind of like isolated them, so they actually didn't have any good crossfires and they were just stuck in here. And Carpe has absolutely sent it. Really good round from him.
To drop down and catch
They're getting a little bit bailed out by individuals at the moment, in my eyes. I still think the overall plan at the moment of trying to get extra picks with the op is good, and like obviously their decision making is good.
He was really making it hard though. And giving extra
in the big buy
information
round
on
so
the positioning
far,
of
it's been the
multiple
Izu
guns,
insta-react
2 or 3 are
round,
spraying
and then
through
it's
there.
been this one where Carpe's kind of hero saved him.
Watch them, and there it is, the tour de force from Excurate, gonna be popped. But no double ops. Weren't able to keep it from the previous round. Just the Odin and Vandals.
They had to get invested, but actually Ego is holding on to the Nano Swarms this time around.
Excuro is an opera in CS, yeah.
And they're doing
Like,
a really
real
good job
good.
as T1 of burning out a lot of the utility early for Bleed. Like every time I look on these retakes, there just isn't a lot left.
Yeah, I mean, it's once again scary. No smokes. Has to wait for that one to come back up. Full utility is still there for Crazy Guy. Scary, as I say that, does get another one. Trailblazer goes in, does get the stun. Scary trying to throw the paranoia. Crazy Guy, sheriff in hand, takes out Izu. Smoke's now gone as Haunt up over the top. No reveal going to be found here onto Egoist, but he has to back.
Maybe here with Bleed. Do they take fast control of this? Yeah, because T1 needs to take some map control. 3 people might struggle.
3 players around the corner. Things could get dicey. This could be a weapon given up unless they can connect the spray, and they do.
Hey, I'm telling you, the Odin is so strong. With tagging being as high as it is in this game.
Watching Waterfall takes out Crazy
It was a
Guy.
scream.
And that's just going to be scary now. That Vandal held on to as he creeps his way back.
The thing that I like from
See
T1
the
though
confidence they have knowing it
is
an eco, of
like,
course, but
especially here, this was a good example. 4
still,
people
the
in this
backup
little
is there
box
from
got to take
Rossi
some map control. They
immediately
go
to
with
help side a player
3.
out.
Even
Know
though
they
it's
got a
not a
couple
good
players
plant,
over
they
there.
know that most likely
They just
they're
wanna
going to have numbers
smother
here,
'em with
numbers here, that
gunfire.
they can just take
No
these
problem.
duels, have the numbers win the duels,
Again,
and then it's
everybody's
just like,
really kind of
then
on
they
the
can get
same
into the
page
crossfire
us.
with this
I mean,
guy.
especially on this map,
So
but
I like this. I mean,
throughout most of the day, they've done a pretty good
they're
job.
mid-rounding at the moment, or they're like
Really
reactions to what's going on.
Playing
They're
off
good.
of each other, good util. Scary maybe got one.
He
did.
Yeah,
He
he
did.
did. He took down Garden.
Yeah, who won this?
So, a little consolation prize in the back end. I mean, look, yeah, really nice turn on the flash, but ultimately it's an Odin, so, you know, this spray down doesn't mean it's not that impressive.
No, it's not hard.
He held him one.
Here.
I mean, what it has been impressive is just the strength right now of T1.
Another
The
big
quick
buy
pivots
round.
and
Let's
somehow
see.
just managing to pull gold out of
Bleed
just absolutely
again
nothing.
over towards
Yeah.
A. Lord of map control.
And this just continues to compound Bleed's problems where you're able to keep
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
power weapons
Fade all in for
available
this.
for T1, right back
Got-
into the op as X-Curate after
Okay,
his ult.
so this guy needs to make sure that if they do hit this side, he
Good
just
time to have
leaves
that
them and just
ultimate
retake
cycle.
with Killjoy.
Save a little bit of extra cash. Really give yourself a good opportunity to go pretty deep into this one without having to worry about an eco round even potentially. I mean, obviously they're playing really well, but you know, let's say Bleed is able to string a couple rounds together. Carpe though, Nightfall, Egoist sitting on a lockdown, waiting to maybe play back and use it for a retake potentially, but they're playing so close.
That flash tells him there's quite a
Dude,
few
Killjoy
people
needs
in
to get
here.
out of there.
He
You go,
needs to
oh.
get the hell out of there. He's actually going to be able to take
Damn,
Sideplayer
that's
down with
so
him.
bold.
Now
So
play back.
bold.
Lockdown set up. Oh, that alley side's not the greatest, but still can disrupt T1's defenses. Especially stop this guy from playing forward into the site. As
Oh,
Izu
that's
going over.
outrageous. Ah, man, he's too good.
Waiting, finds them both. And that's
So,
as the
so
lockdown
nice.
gets invested. The comms just can't come through fast enough, and now they need to make this one work. Kills coming in, flash in, X-Grid turning away, spots one.
Bro, how are they not looking?
TP out. Oh, he's not ready
This guy
for it.
invisible?
They just have no idea.
What?
Just gets the backstab onto Ye, completely unsuspecting.
Just thieves in the night, Achilleos.
It just, the onslaught continues.
It's just unbelievable the way that they're working this map. I mean, Izu, brilliant patience. Once again, saw it a little bit on Breeze on the Yoru, where he's able to really kind of take his
Dude,
time.
went for the
those dimensional
insta
drifts,
stick
here
and
just
just
his
had no
positioning.
idea there would be someone there.
And X-Curate with the unexpected
They actually
TP
just
there.
had no
Not
idea
able
that he
to
would be here when we
mentally
went
accounted
and
for
did
by
the
Bleed.
and we
Maybe
did the
going to
original tap.
Another timeout.
We are. The Bleed now
The
burning
second
their
guy,
second
yeah, the second guy,
timeout.
that was fine. It was more the
Or for
first
the
guy
rest
that
of this
decided
game.
to stick. I was so confused with it,
They find themselves down 1-8.
especially as
This
he
is
did the Killjoy,
a
so you know that
desperate
they're gonna be
but necessary gamble being
potentially
rolled
in
right
that
now here
corner.
by the coaching staff, deciding to intervene. But after this, you're just casting them off and hoping for the best.
No doubt. But it's definitely a team, a lot of experience
The
here.
screen- yeah, the
Yes,
screen
they had to
one, yeah.
qualify through
That's what it-
Ascension.
that's what it
These guys
reminded
have
me
been
of.
around the block.
guys just
quite
got
a few
invisibility
times.
on.
I mean, of course.
That's like, I'm not even just talking about Yay, like literally winning
Scary.
international events. Scary, right.
You fell asleep
Darion,
right
these
after the
guys have been around
walkouts.
for a
You
little.
woke up
Egoist
for
been
map
playing
2. What
forever
happens?
for
Honestly,
SMG
bro,
and X10.
just
I mean,
You
these
just
guys-
accept that
or
win.
excuse
That's
me,
a big
Egoist,
W.
And
Somehow you absolutely
really,
owned it.
really talented top to bottom. We saw it on
Don't
Breeze, but
question
this
it,
is
just-
T1's map. This is where
just be happy.
they want to hang.
Yeah.
And,
It's like this in, you know, I mean, assuming that it's similar to the previous season, Bind.
Bind.
You know,
Yep.
two of the ones where you really don't want to face off against these guys. As they get out early, cross towards Mount, so Execute unable to find the pick. Still, two players looking forward. Now they have to backpedal over here on this A side. One going to be noted. TP
Oh
across.
man, they're getting
I think just
annihilated.
He doesn't go deep enough. Scary gets caught. The blind spray, good enough to come up with a kill. Izu down to a sliver, 3 HP remaining here for the Omen. Just likely gonna sit back. Wait for the smokes to come back up as the rest of his team try to clear the way.
Wait, lovely
Crazy
shots
guy
though,
still
maybe.
Holds the line, comes up with 2 kills.
Keep an eye on the double flank. Chamber out of range of his trip.
He comes up with 2 kills of his own.
This kid's
Unreal.
something different, by the way.
And it just
He
feels
is
like every
so
single time
impactful.
Bleed get themselves
Spike
into an
planted.
advantageous position. You know, 1 step forward and then 5 steps back.
Somebody on T1 just digs him out. I mean, Excurate clean with the op. Finds the
Chat,
final
he's
2
3
kills.
he's 3 HP the whole time he's taking those other
It's
2
so
jewels, right?
impressive, the confidence that T1 can roll with. I mean, obviously, when you're up by this much, you're kind of allowed to take those extra.
Play
kind of
loose, yeah.
Exactly. And Izu there does do it, and he gets away with it. But when you have that advantage, when you can try to, you know, push stuff that maybe your opponent isn't necessarily expecting.
Double 3 HP.
You know you've done a damage to him. You know you've, you know, put him on the back foot. And you expect them to maybe try to rotate back off of this. They've taken so much contact. They just lost 2 players on A site. T1 says nope.
I'll tell you what as well, this attack Odin is causing them trouble. Because even these 2 that go close take a little bit of damage on this. Molly goes in.
The smoke goes down. Yeah, you're gonna be able to find 1, but he and Darian both now taken out. Pressure on Crazy Guy. Rolling Thunder crashing across, and I think it maybe hit.
Oh,
Yeah, just 2 players here. Rather
such a
only
big
Carpe, I
one
believe.
for T1 as well.
Beautiful
Dude, why was
response from Carpe
Breach
with his
not
utility to
here
make
at the
sure they don't
beginning
really have any ability
flashing
to
any
play
of
off of
this?
that Rolling Thunder. I think Crazy Guy probably wishes he could have one.
Lead
that
look a
one back. Both
little
bit
bit
panicked.
Look at Scary. He's
ropey
not
on
going
this
this
map,
rotation
I
quite
think
just
is fair
yet.
to say. I do
They
think
haven't fully
T1
identified
have
all the
had some
players
hero
on
plays in the
side
big
of
buy
map, but
rounds,
now that
2
the
of
spike
them,
gets planted,
but
that time starts ticking. He's got to join in, but
if you're gonna get rid of the normal Viper for a Breach,
Right there.
I feel like it has to look good. Like they're taking map control, but
No, there's 1 in, the TP to the side. Execute playing evasively, and Carpe finding 1. Sends it down. I mean, you can see, he's expecting him to be on the site. Scary just now arriving. He misses his head for a brief little moment.
Remaining.
Scary finally able to lock in.
guys,
This is arrival once again. Spell disaster. It's a push up.
damn, this guy
It
is
does.
insane
Scary
at
somehow,
clutching.
some way, might not be there when the team quite needed him, but he still is able to finish
This
things
guy's
out.
clutch
He
stats
can't
are
believe their second round win.
outrageous.
And
He will always win a
there's some really
1v2.
interesting things that Bleed tries at the beginning of this round.
I don't
like
think I've watched this guy
Darian
and
steps
not
ahead
seen him
of
win a
where the
1v2.
snakebite falls by the ruins over there, and by the rubble, excuse me.
The
and
1v4 on Haven, yeah,
he just
that
gets
that
shut down
1v4 is
immediately. He
outrageous.
thinks about the boom bot, pulls it back and says, I'm going to try to trick him a little bit as they're trying to cut back behind their toxic screen, see if I can, catch him sleeping a little bit. But T1 reacts to it really nicely, and I mean, somehow, some way, Scary finds a way to get this done. But
By a shorty. If he has if Chamber has a shorty there, yeah.
For a loop.
Yeah.
They
You're
expect
not
that,
wrong.
oh, he's going to be in the side already. And that's fine. He gets the round win, but the biggest issue is just how much damage continues to be dealt. And now we go into the final round. Widely, they do still have
Dude, even with 3 rounds,
that
I
big
still
perks
don't
coming in.
believe.
a couple half armors.
Wait, let's think.
Shoved in there,
Breach on attack. I mean, this comp could be good on attack.
Seekers.
Bring them down.
But the showstopper for
The
Saya,
Chamber should get
so really powerful
nullified a
execute
little
utility
bit.
available
At least it
for
would
T1.
TP away, but
to get the job done. Now, a lot of space taken here towards Mound as they shift back. Smoke has to come down.
Chamber will get overrun. Yeah, it should.
Bleed's gonna back off a little
It
bit.
should, in terms of like, it
Reset.
shouldn't get much for its original
Try to play more of a
TP.
default
But
type
then I still
position.
feel like that's okay because you're probably using a dog
So
and a
wonderful
stun
with this
for it.
operator, so
And in
crisp,
my eyes, that can be a bit
so
of a win.
vocal today
And you
on
get info
stage.
that they're pushing map control.
really helping keep T1
Like, again, I'm a big Chamber
mentally
fan
in
on
it
this map.
during that breeze.
Seeker's going to be let loose. We'll soon see them starting to drift over here towards the C-side. Showstopper up over the top side player, however, getting spammed down. He was able to find the kill, and that keeps Scary alive. He finds himself a second elimination.
30 seconds left.
That is Rossi not being able to get away. The spike
Not
now
bad.
gonna be
The only
stranded.
time T1 is looking a little bit weird, like weird, is when they're kind of just forcing through a little bit. But I think that has to happen. When they only have the single initiator, you're kind of gonna get those rounds.
Finding nothing. The flash is not connecting, but nor all the op shots. He's being surrounded.
Okay,
A flawless
3
round to end out was what was a very
must-win
rocky
pistol,
half
or
here.
maybe there's a chance.
3-9, Bleed. Still keeping themselves alive.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some confidence here for Bleed if they can pick up the pistol on their attacker side. You never know. Things can turn around. And I don't care. Curses be damned. They looked pretty good in those last couple rounds. It looked like they finally kind of
Would you rather get Scary or Izu? I haven't watched enough of Izu to know for sure. Scary's been consistently outrageous every time I watched him or we play against him ages ago.
Everybody can do that. A 1-minute timer now here. For, again, you know, the coaching staff on Bleed to talk to these players, to get them ready going into this attacker side of the map.
Chat, I'm right. Scary was the guy that carried Zasha, right? I'm trying to
This
just
goes
double
deep
check.
enough, if T1
It was
doesn't just come
Zasha,
out
yeah?
and kinda run the table a little bit.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to start seeing a lot of those power weapons in their hands again. Potentially that double op setup, or an op at a 2 or to 4s, the Odin as well. These things, as we saw at the AVL, were really difficult for teams to deal with.
Yeah.
Because of how clean both sides.
Surf? Yeah, Surf was great.
Are with that operator.
Surf was good too.
Rossi so smart with
That
his
whole team,
positioning.
honestly, that whole team was
The
legit.
Odin is going to be very difficult if it comes to that for Bleed to reckon with. And that's really what kind of my big thing is Bleed. You just want to keep the pressure on enough that you don't give enough of an economy over to T1 that they can do that, because that's part of why this slid out of control in the beginning, is you lost the bonus and the money just started flowing into T1's head. And they cut funds enough that they could get a round 3 op over to Xcurate. And certainly they'll take advantage of that again if they win this.
Okay, must-win pistol for Bleed. What do they got for us?
Xcurate in forward position out here. Stun goes across.
Wait, chat, when was the last time? When was the last time you saw 5 classics on a pistol?
Overall from T1, Trailblazer spotting nothing as they have the 4-man stack set up. Crazy guy, put the K onto him, just eating even more damage now.
How the hell did they know whether they were going this
side?
site?
Any counter push out. The heals have to be utilized here from EA to keep everybody up.
They had a lot of people stacking this. A lot of people
Overall,
stacking this.
T1
But
very good idea of how
I've
he was gonna
never
open
seen a
this attacking
pistol.
side.
Yeah. Still have
I
the
would say
paranoia
for
with
years
Scary.
that is
Gotta buy
5 that is
yourself
5
the
classics.
ability to get onto a site.
Placing swarm grenade.
bit of
Swarm
extra.
grenade
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, or rather the nanoswarm just to take out that trademark,
Yep.
try to add to the confusion here, the ambiguity.
Look at this, yay. Completely unfettered coming over towards the A site. There's no one
Okay,
else
this
here.
is good though.
Right
we got a
now,
free
4-2-1,
site
they're
here.
Completely shifted over to the western side of the map.
Wait,
So
what are these two doing?
free area, fault line
What
used to
is
clear it.
going on?
Taking a very forward position. Looks like he will just pull back away from stairs. Just wanted to check forward
30
and towards that
seconds
smoke,
left.
see if there was anybody there immediately. Saya player will be the first to respond. And depending on how this timing goes, he might end up getting caught, because right now, Egoist pushing his way out. Smoke comes down.
There.
Saya's still just hovering,
Spike
still waiting for
planted.
his teammates to go.
I mean, they're
for
gonna
this
own it
rotation,
somehow.
but
I mean,
good luck now from
Scary has the best luck
Outside
ever.
C. Should have heard them cutting through
This
across
looked so
Vector.
weird on the minimap. It looked
By
so
the timing,
risky.
Get that impact once more.
Okay, they just got to buy time now. It's a good plan for them. They got damage to delay, and we have the best luck all the way through C going on.
Push the door. Here on the turret, the push forward, the headshot coming in. Ego is good for 2. Xcurate able to find 1, but the push up, the right clicks come in, and Ye finds himself a kill. Paranoia crashing across. Xcurate down to 24
they
HP.
kind of know with that
Squeezes
flash.
Sees Ye's shoulder for just a brief little moment.
One enemy
Tries to
remaining.
get it, manages to get it done. Scary though, swinging on the corner. Taken down by Carpe. It already held at the half, gets the finish on the defuse. That's going to be T1 tying up the score line in regards to pistols. 2-2 in the series. And now they move up to 10-round wins.
Tremendous patience here from T1. Everybody
Chat, you paused the minimap
on
there
the
at
same
30
page,
seconds left.
able to stymie this initial hit.
And you would
set
ask me
themselves
what the hell is going on.
one player
I'm not sure I
ahead.
could give you a good answer.
An Xcurate
Actually worked out
Only a
okay in
couple
the end.
bullets left in this
That came
headhunter.
down to a
He puts it
1v1. I
to
mean,
darn good
Xcurate hit some
use.
shots to make it
runs
doable.
out, catches Ye. peeking a little bit, able to find that kill.
But at the
Yeah, Scary
30-second
split
mark,
the trade.
I
Carpe,
was
as we saw earlier,
worried.
very,
Okay,
very good with
insta
those
force buy
ghosts.
on this one, heading over towards B. 5
Full
stingers,
stinger send.
5 light armors.
Monstrous investment here
Speaking
from
of
the
light
South.
armors,
They
X-Shred has the
absolutely
light
need a
armor
win
popper.
here. Darian goes jumping forward. Trademark still goes out, but they check over towards Baby Dorn. Nobody going to be spotted there. Plant now coming in. Util starting to be dumped. The Haunt gets the reveal. And Carpe
That
mows
is
down two.
an
Gets himself a
incredible
third.
Omen
Yay,
flash,
taken
by the
out.
way.
Swings out. Darian with the final bullet. Will be able to take him down. Goes for the reload, but Sion player gets on top of him fast enough, and the fuse is being stuck. Crazy guy won't even be involved. Not even a part of the picture here. Managing to find one kill in the back end, but Izu will strike him down.
Didn't even give us the last kill on this
Cannot
one.
be recovered, and the
No.
gamble by
No faith on it.
it does not pay off.
Yeah, this Omen flash was good. This is done,
Incredible
chat.
reactions from Carpe. He's been pivotal
Give me this Omen flash.
in these early rounds.
Long day, long
Ah,
day.
the Omen
He's been
flash
really
with the
pivotal,
fade eye
in
as
these early
well.
rounds to
These guys
set
are
the
just
pace
better
for
on this
T1
map.
to give them these early leads in the halves. And the Outlaw there floating around in X-Curat's hands didn't even need it. Everybody else just getting the job done. Now let's see what they're going to do. Just hang on to the Outlaw, a couple Bulldogs, and a Vandal there.
They
for
got a plant
Carpe.
down, so they actually get a pretty decent buy.
Guardians and Bulldogs for Bleed as they went into the Stinger well.
It's the dog check. I don't think it saw him. Oh, Izu pushing up into the smoke still. A nasty shot. Once again, I mean, a really heavy stack here from T1, just expecting this aggression over towards C.
Yeah, they're really leaning on that side of the map and letting X-Curat kind of play these one-and-done positions. Smoke coming down.
They're about to
early.
potentially pick off the smoker.
Got any angle to work with
Oh, they have
whatsoever here.
really
Smoke
good timing.
just
Dude,
perfectly
everything's
cutting
going
him
right
off.
for T1 here.
So nothing spotted, and if they decide to enter in through door, go through tree, not gonna come up with much of anything there, but yeah.
It's not
Wrap
place
around
to
coming
look
through
back.
the turret. Yeah, it's not watching in behind. Turn over to the side, and oh, Egoist.
Oh my.
He gave up the game, but still a chance for Scary. Finds one. Carpe now waiting. Paranoia sent. I don't think it found. No, it did find it. Oh, he's gonna be taken down. Scary finding that elimination. 25 seconds remaining. Plant now pivoted in towards the B site.
Spike planted.
Fault across is Spirit forced back, forced even lower. 5 HP remaining here on this chamber. It's gonna be Ye staying within the site to try to hold this line.
No paint shells. It's an aftershock for Crazy Guy.
Here.
Right on the corner.
This is a hard retake.
They read that it's gonna be a double approach though.
That's nice,
Paranoia
though.
managing to avoid it. Ye takes one
Man,
down
he
with
gets
him.
one.
Rossi now it's just Izu and X-Curat in between the two of them. It's only 53 HP.
Satchel out.
The push forward. Blast back. That one
Oh,
off.
I was a little bit worried. It did the thing where it bounced, but it didn't like throw him up high enough, so he could have stuck the defuse there. I was a little bit nervous. He doesn't spam that. It's a done round.
Onto that outlaw, but he does not.
Okay, well they get
Okay.
one on the board.
Actually might swap the gun. Either way, Bleed picking up another round win.
Yeah, able to really get a nice post plant set up. Yeah, able to find a tough kill there. That is not easy to do. Yay, still able to sneak one away, and that makes things just a little bit easier here. And Scary, you know, Carpe tries to challenge here, knowing that he's hit him with his utility. They're both nearsighted, and he's going to try to gamble on it, but Scary able to just barely get the better of him, and that really helps them get set up for that. That could have been really bad for Bleed.
Dude,
You know,
this
Egoist
the coach is
watching that
taking
angle a little bit,
no
comments right there to
risks
give
on
you early
this.
notification. Made things a little bit harder for
11-4.
Bleed as they really had to react well.
He knows if they
quickly
win
to
this
that.
round, they get money
Unfortunately, you got
reset.
kinda
Like he's
scary
just
there.
going in for the kill. Having none of it.
Huge kill. I mean, not getting that second one. Carpe surviving. That could very well change.
Fury,
entire outcome of that round.
MIBR VODs? Yeah, they
Have
should be
T1
up.
moving up to match point.
They should
So
be on the
for
VODs
now,
channel.
Bleed are
Yeah,
hanging
all
in
of that, bro.
by a thread. In 7 rounds consecutively, just to tie things up. Try and extend this all the way to split for that decider map. See,
Okay.
though, enough damage dealt.
If
Now
honestly, if we
always
kind of
hold on
look at their
to.
money
Actually, it's gonna
here,
be purchased
there
back
was a
purchased.
world. Actually, there wasn't a world. Not with these two.
Nightfall to speak of for ultimates.
So yeah, just making sure they're
Away
not going to
from the
throw this
Seekers
one
is
in,
Ye, but
honestly.
For now, T1
Probably just talking
Sheriffs.
about not using
eyes
any
on Carpe
ults.
and Izu.
do some kind of stack and probably what they want to achieve on the bigger buy rounds as well. This is pretty good from T1 though. This is the, if we look over towards C, this is what the chamber's good. You can have this aggro TP. And now we can take this heavy angle so that we can keep this stack over towards A, even though B will be a question mark.
Shots going out. Okay, I mean, Rossi able to find one card bait. Picking up
Oi,
another with
shots.
that Sheriff, but crazy guy. 3 quick kills now. Looking for the ult of his own, and oh man. But not giving, or Cyplayer not
I mean, he hit.
the opportunity to reply and fire. Puts a lot of pressure here onto Excurate. He does have 5 Headhunter bullets. Outlaw picked up again, but surely this isn't possible.
Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah, long spot revealing. There's one. Looks for the second.
Oh, I saw a wall there.
I thought
Second
it was
shot
going
was
to
pretty
happen,
close.
but they put him down.
All right, now a big buy
Lead.
round.
Keeping themselves in this one. Now up to 5.
Yeah, still economic damage being done to Bleed. And that can make things all the more difficult to get themselves back into a spot where the rounds are rather close. And now finally, T1 is able to get into their full buy with the Operator, with the Odin. Now you have the Rolling Thunder, though, for Crazy Guy. Seekers as well. So a lot of ability to clear space here for Bleed.
I love the chatters that are coming in being like, wait, this game, did it not start 7 hours ago?
Izu waiting there, looking for a response.
Oh, it did.
Off the orb. None coming from T1.
One away from Razor once we take this one as well.
This looks like Rolling Thunder onto the site.
Rolling Thunder into a quick entry, but it's far enough. Gets the push back there briefly on the
Okay,
Izu.
and they just play retake for this one. There's a nice Prowler over towards B, which actually might give... Egoist has a potential for timing.
Shots start flying.
The problem is the trip's up, so we'll see how patient he is.
Getting ready to come through. Darian actually finding Xayah player. Comes up with the kill. Answering. Kill comes back in. Carpe able to put him down. Now T1 start inching their way forward here onto the site. Fault line, however, going to be slowing their approach. Flashes at the ready. First one going to be sent. Scary trying to play back here at Water. Swinging back around, and then gets caught as Carpe continues to advance forward. But Crazy Guy and Egoist find one apiece. It's all on Rossi. Managing to come up with 2. Going back to weapons, the 5 HP. It would have to be a headshot. To tap in. Nano. Lobbed both of them just on the outskirts of them. He stays alive.
Oh,
okay.
no, boss.
Not sure what happened there. You know?
Oh,
I
man.
think he tried to
Maybe he thought it was going to end a
Little
bit
sidestep.
sooner than it did.
toe tap his way closer.
Yeah.
And kind of, expected the Nano to
Chat, we've all been there. Come on.
not last as long as it did.
Well, it's all good. Little oopsie. I mean, answered back.
The
very
1G as the closest we get.
coming up with the skills in the back end, but Bleed, I mean, 3 rounds consecutively now. That second timeout is still in the back pocket of T1. Question is, how far is Autumn willing to push
The
this
replay of that
before he
kill.
calls it?
Okay. Tell you what, though.
Am
I starting to believe
this round? We'll see.
They go down to an eco
Autumn wants to wait a little
11-7.
bit longer or not.
Then
Just
if they
really
don't use these
crossfire
ults, they
set
have
by
2 good
Bleed on the
ults.
south end of the site. And Carpe kind of overstepped his bounds. Yeah, he got one. Oh, they remember.
Yeah.
They remember.
Getting the read on this one now. A jump forward, but actually covering fire there from Rossi. Coming up with the kill. Darren gonna be taken down.
Oh,
Easy
I
with
mean,
the
that's
Sheriff.
not bad.
Picks up Scary. Lockdown still committed into
I mean,
this
that's
one.
not bad,
Goes to the
chat.
back of these kills.
I'll take that. Like,
And it's a weapon recovered.
Yeah.
Izu picks up the Phantom.
I
Even
forgot
now
I
here
can't
into
say
the
these things
site.
out loud.
Down below. Plan coming through. Lockdown now going to expire. Rossi taken out. Crazy Guy able to find the 1 kill. Trying to go for the stun. Side player, however, pushes forward, managing to find 1, but Egoist quickly trades it back. But now they're at that man disadvantage, as it's just Egoist and he cannot get it done. Izu with the 3K.
I'll take that
As
one.
a Thrifty comes in.
I'll take that one. That one's me.
It's hard to imagine, but
That one's me.
T1, you know, it's Bleed recognizing early that Izu had sat up on that box previously. They have to use some util to clear it, and they lose a couple players on the entry to just great reactions from T1.
Izu, yeah, I'm telling you, Izu's a
Amid the
great
lockdown,
pickup.
They're just expecting the play and the TP right back up.
Yeah, just moving ahead of that smoke, just getting ready for the push out because he knows, okay, they're going to push in. They know that they have him stunned. I have to get covering fire. And then Izu, the stun expires. He manages to get that headshot
All right,
in. I mean,
6 chances
with the Sheriff. Remember that kill he got onto
to finish
Eagle,
the
just
longest
sliding
best of
an
3 we've
A
seen for a while. Saya,
T1
1 away
now
from
find
his
themselves
ult,
here
3
at
ults
match
as well.
point.
5 per ult over towards
Hit
C.
invested. Over
Bait
at
set
C.
up over towards B. Oi, this might work out alright.
Jumping
Oh my
across,
goodness.
Swing outside, player takes the challenge.
Okay, they
Takes
started
down
spamming
Yang.
him.
Rocket going in, doesn't find the kill. Looks like he's got the misread. Thought the Carpe pulled back over towards Baby Door, but instead slid over to the left. Mizu, however, will be felled.
Wait, do people actually call it Baby Door? I thought that was a joke.
Become a solid option here for Bleed.
And does Bleed recognizes Carpe's position? They're gonna clear it with the nano. A toxic screen gives Carpe just enough room to peek in
Cover going out
towards mid.
Has Excurrent realized this position change though?
Hobbit? Yeah, that's what we
TP,
call
looks
it.
like he's expecting that maybe it could have been at Rubble, or he wants to try to intercept. Jiggle Peak spotting nothing. The gun barrel, no, doesn't matter. Managed to get Crazy Guy instead. Egoist trading it back. Keeping it in
Baby
a
Doll?
2v2.
No, Baby Door.
Spike Albert still here in the
Pro thought it was Baby Doll. Baby door, like a small door.
Carpe could quickly swing in. Waiting on the cross. The shot not going to connect. Misses the opportunity. Now it's 2 players set up on the site here for Bleed.
Carpe still has a few options here in his back pocket.
Yeah.
In terms of util, to maybe clear a little bit of space, get some info.
Haunt and the Prowler both there. 1 snake bite for Rossi. Not really in a position to try to utilize that against Scary, however, but he just pushes up, managing to find one. Now Scary TPing up here towards rope.
Oh, bro, it's done.
They're holding for it though. Just sticking to it, covering fire, coming down the double swing, and that's gonna do it.
Yeah, nicely done.
Carpe will get the last
Okay, they
kill as
looked
the spike
way
defuse comes
better
in.
on this map.
And
Definitely
T1
2 big buy rounds.
will
There were some
close out their
individual
opening
like
series
hero
over
rounds that
Bleed,
made it
2-0.
maybe a little bit one-sided, but it still felt pretty comfortable.
May have been a long